Hey everyone. Oh, gotta turn my light on. Good evening, happy Wednesday. There we go. Welcome back to my channel. Still adjusting a little bit here. Welcome back, happy Wednesday, everyone. Thank you for coming on again or watching the replay. It is already June. I consider June, because it's our rainy season, kind of like a renewal month. This weather for me is everything. I love the rain, I love thunder, I love lightning, all the things that come along with it, even the challenging things. It's just the time of year where things just start growing. The earth that was extremely dry here, including the earth on my skin, is definitely better. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. How are you? Hi, Michelle. How are you? Thank you. Gracias. I found a stylist in SMA. Super excited. So I was saying that June is like a renewal month. I absolutely love the rainy season, the weather, all the things. Thanks, Danielle. Welcome, Erica. Yes. Thank you so much. Girl, hook me up. Danielle has a website called Afrodega, and bodega is what they call storage kind of in Spanish. So she has Afrodega, and we're now able to get some of the things we need, including hair supplies, whatever it is that you might want, she might be able to hook you up. So if you are in San Miguel and you are watching this, please don't make sure you check her out. Check out her website. I'm going to type it in here just in case you don't know how to spell it. Dega, right, .com. Danielle, if I got that wrong, correct a sister. So yes, I'm feeling kind of back to my Miami self. Anyway, welcome everyone. I appreciate you coming out tonight. Before we get into the big secret out of the bag, I definitely want to do my housekeeping. And since Miss Ingenuity is on, I want to just say, hey, this is her beautiful book. So if you have not visited her page, it's Ingenuity, TEA, and spice.com. I received this as a gift, and so I'm trying to promote as much as possible. It's amazing. It has so much information in here for you as a Black woman or a woman in general. I'm sure anybody, any physical body can benefit from a lot of the information in here, but it is geared towards Black women. So thank you, Michelle. And she's also our official tea sponsor for Casa Elm. So I talk about you all the time. So I'm very excited tonight to get into my topic. But before I do that, I promise you I'm going to make this part not too long, okay? And we also are doing our summer sabbatical. This year's sabbaticals have been a little bit slower. I feel like last year's sabbaticals were like a thing. Maybe they're like out of style or something now, but I think a big change with, the north of Mexico has been just all the stuff that's going on. So a lot of people are coming here for relocation, which has always been my thing. But we still have a sabbatical that starts June 22nd, but you can kind of customize dates and stuff. If this is something that's of interest to you, just let me know. You can send an email, all the things, okay? What else did I want to share with you? And then I'll welcome you ladies and gents if you're out there. If you want to know what's happening, please be sure to check out my events page that I just dropped in the link. There you can see the relocation tours. I actually have a half-week relocation tour starting on the 15th or 16th of June in about a week and a half. it's half week is like more intense because you just have a few days, you get all the stuff in those few days, and then it's over. Whereas the full week, which we have one in September, there I think two or three spaces still open. That allows you to, just kind of be here. You get the full program, but you get like the extra meals, you get extra time to explore San Miguel, extra time to revisit neighborhoods if you saw an area or neighborhood. But if you can't do any of those events, please, like honestly, you can just come here, you can book a space, and I can help you connect as much as possible with people. It's not going to be a tour connection, but at least try to help you a little bit if you're doing your own research and your own homework to get immersed into what life would be like in San Miguel. The programs that we offer, the relocation tours, are very thorough. You can check out the website. I won't get into that because I know you guys are like, what's happening? Where's the secret? So I'm going to get to that in a moment. But visit casaelm.com so that you can see what we offer under the events page, all the things. And there you can see if there's something that suits you. And we also have our October meetup. Our October meetup is 3 full days of being an SMA and doing really fun, cool things like going to a vineyard, going to a rooftop, doing a history walking tour, meeting all the people that come in that group. Last year we had an amazing time with the people that showed up. It was all women. And we spoke last week about that with the men, and the men gave us their perspective. So if you missed that, please find it under my channel, under lives. You can see something, the title is, I think, Where Are the Men, or something like that. We spoke to 3 different individuals who talked about their journey or their current, like moving to, or what they're looking into in terms of moving to Mexico, and those who've already been in Mexico. So you can see what they had to say, and you can also see what the ladies had to say in part 1, which is the previous week. And one more thing I want to share with you is, okay, here's the info for the meetup. Got it. And then also we're having a cool, I'm actually co-hosting this with Anne-Marie of Ball Girl Will Travel, and we are doing Dia de los Muertos. All the spaces are sold out at Casa Elm, but in the packet there are spaces at a local hotel that will still allow you to have the experience and bring all of us together that are participating in that week. I think it's almost a week long, but you can check it out at the link that I'm going to drop in a moment. That's happening, I believe it's October 28th till the 3rd of November, but please just check the link if this is something you're interested in. You can go there and book your space, okay? It's offered through Anne-Marie's Ball Girl Will Travel, and it's mostly her event, but we're co-hosting some of the activities where people are going to have, like, we're going to have the welcome dinner here. We're going to do the Dia de los Muertos event here because that's something I normally do anyway at Casa Elm. We're going to have, I think, maybe another dinner. I think there might be 2 dinners. And then she has other really cool activities planned as well. So this is of interest to you, please go ahead and sign up. So I want to say welcome really quickly to, hey Danielle, Khadijah, hi Diane, Diane's here. Oh, I love my repeats. Yvonne, hey girl, hey. Kim, hi, welcome. I was actually mentioning you earlier because someone was interested in Antigua, the development close by. So, anywho, and Morgan. Yeah, see, I'm always like squinting. Someone made a comment about that to me the other day. Anyway, I want to get right into this, and you guys can ask your questions and things like that, but I'm going to just kind of talk about it. So, wait a minute, I actually have something ready for you. I hope you can hear this. Drum roll. I intentionally looked for that for you. So I will tell you that Michelle has a whole other project that she is launching. It is official. It's official. So Casa Elm has been such a journey of faith, intuition, listening to purpose and all the things. And it's been really a beautiful experience over these past 3.5 years, or more, actually, more. And just kind of seeing all of these beautiful people come together and be able to heal in so many ways. Now, I think a lot of folks associate healing with, like relationship traumas and all the things. But I think relationships, and I've said this on my channel, relationships are relationships that we have in our lives with work, family, spouses, partners, children, all the things. And Casa has been a space that I've learned so much about human nature. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about what I really deep down believe people uh, lean towards, and that is being in community with each other, being in community where they're able to grow, explore. Moving to a new country is a big deal, and Casa Elm has really been able to provide that kind of space for people to come and experience soft landings. So last year, when I visited my mom, I'll tell you the story, and if you're on my mailing list, you will get my personal e-blast stories that go out on Fridays. It kind of sums up what we talked about in the week. But last year, when I visited my mother at her senior home place in Connecticut, which I've been to many, many of times. My mom has lived there for a very long time, and she's a very active person in general. She does like a lot of community events in the building. Well, I should say she does coffee and sometimes meals for the residents and things like that. But when I went in to visit her this one particular time, and I visited some of her friends, they all live in their one-bedroom apartments and things like that. And so they have like 4 floors of apartments, and sometimes people will come out and join, sometimes not. They have like their little things and stuff like that. But each time that I visit, I always kind of feel like that situation for me feels very lonely, kind of, sort of. And I think a lot of people in general, when we are aging, we haven't always like planned. So, plan for what it is that we are trying to have, or have for ourselves as we get older. And this is something that I have been thinking about for a long time. So, in saying all of that, when I came back to San Miguel, I kept saying out loud and talking to 2 people that are kind of in my very, very tiny inner circle. And one being the lady that I talk about a lot that works with me. And I was saying to her like, what is the process for taking care of people that are older, for Mexicans and things like this? And basically she was kind of like, culturally, it's the whole family that's a part of this process. But one of the things that I see here is that people aren't really like planning for emergencies and things like that. A few years ago, I launched a program that was going to basically be for supporting people if you have an emergency, because there are a lot of us who live here and live here alone and all the things. But I feel like it's one of those subjects that we don't like talking about, but we should. We should talk about what does our care and all the things look like for us as we start aging, when we start getting into our 60s, 65, 70s, all the things. Not everyone has maybe a setup or a perfectly healthy existence. So anyway, in saying all of that, I started to kind of explore the idea of having a space that's similar to Casa, but exclusively to create community for people who are aging. And lo and behold, as life would have it, you know, our electronics are always listening in on what it is that we're doing. And I had this space that came up on one of my social media feeds or whatever, and I just like, oh, let me go check it out, with zero intentions at that point in time of doing anything. And needless to say, one thing led to another. And I decided I was going to do what I did with Casa Elm, which is follow my intuition. And my intuition was, you know what, this is something that I really truly believe is not only needed, but it's something that I would want for my mom or my, you know, elder family members, and also for myself, because, you know, in 10 years, I'll be qualifying for this kind of scenario. So drum roll already happened. So I am letting everyone know here tonight that I've now officially launched another space, and it's called Hacienda Elm, and it is specifically for an older demographic, and it's for the same concepts and ideas that I learned by doing what I do at Casa Elm. It's not focused on relocation and, you know, people who want to come and tour. It is specifically focused on full all-inclusive care for elderly individuals who need maybe assistance, who already live in San Miguel, who may be interested in moving to Mexico, all the things. So I will show you really quickly if you would like to check out. Thank you all. If you would like to check it out, you can go to haciendaelm.com and you can see the website. You can subscribe if this is something that you think you want to be updated on, not just what we're doing, but also to see if there's something that maybe a loved one or yourself might be interested in. It's a boutique setup. It is just a tad bit outside of the city, which was all the things I asked for. I thought that it was going to be better to be somewhere where it's really, really quiet. I love Central. I love actually the whole idea of being closer, probably want to say closer to the city, but you know, I think as I get older, I want quiet. I want to be somewhere where I'm cared for, and I want to make sure that the things that I need are going to be provided to me, and I'm not kind of trying to figure it out as I age. To answer your question, Diane, that's great. Yes, it's. I'm gonna say it's 60 plus, but I'm really honestly going to let what comes happens, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what I'm targeting, is a 60 plus demographic, because it is an all-inclusive. We are going to have on-site care and all the things. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. And we want to be able to really pour so much love into the people that need the space. So how many guests can you, in this house? Oh, how many guests can you house? There are 6 rooms over there, and it's Hacienda style. You can look at the website. It has all the details on it. I'll just put it here so you can check it out. HaciendaELM.com. Okay. It's not far from Central. It's like 10 minutes away from the immigration office, but it is a little bit out. It's quiet. There's a lot of things to do there. It's really amazing. When I walked in, I was just like, wow, this is really beautiful. And initially, my initial idea brought me to this, but I thought I would do some other things initially to kind of just say, okay, like get this going and learn about ABC. I then decided, no, I'm going with what I originally planned, and why it came to me in the first place. It's all one level, so I think it's easy care, easier for older people to navigate the space. We're really going to be there to love on anyone that needs it and wants to be there. So that's my grand announcement. You can check out the website. Let's see. Well, you guys are probably already looking at it. So I have a lot of things on my screen, but okay, whatever. I will open it so you can see it, and we can kind of talk through maybe some of the stuff. If you have questions, I may not be able to see them just yet, but hold on a second. Excuse my computer always has a lot of stuff on it. Okay, so this is it. It's an all-inclusive space for mature living community. Again, supported independent living, providing ease, rest, and care. You can scroll through if you're interested in this. I think we'll have a small survey for people to answer some questions. We are planning on doing presentations throughout the month of June. I believe if you check the page that says join a presentation, you can see what Saturdays those will be available. This is pretty much kind of like just kind of showing you what it is we're looking for, demographic. Okay, me, I did not plan on taking a photo that day. But this is kind of really from my heart. I have to honestly say it's really from my heart. I think a part of my motivation kind of came through losing my father. And I remember he would ask me, can I come to Mexico and live with you? His wife was doing a fantastic job taking care of him. And I'm sorry, if you're asking questions and making comments, I can't see them, but I will go back to them, okay? But my dad would ask about coming to Mexico and living here. And I didn't, at the time, really have a setup for him to do that. And he wasn't fully serious about it. I did entertain maybe he and his wife coming together so that, maybe life would be less expensive and a little easier, and we could all kind of pitch in. I used to say I could get better care here that would allow, his wife to get a break, for me to, also participate in the help and the care aspect. And so as those things kind of came up, it always felt like they were scrambling for solutions on what to do next. And I have other older relatives, like I have an aunt who is well into her mid-90s, and she is pretty fit for her age. She remembers everything and all the things, but her situation wasn't her choice, and it's kind of like there's not a lot of other options. So I think about that for myself. I just really would like to be in a place where I feel comfortable and cared for and loved on. So yeah, we have king suites, we have queen suites. What you see in the picture, that's actually what it looks like. Okay, this is it. We have dining for 10. There's a nice kitchen. There's a nice living room. There's outdoor spaces. We actually do have a hammock, so you can kind of look through the services. That's actually on the premise. My Buddha, I believe in, being grateful all the time. And I know some people don't believe in Buddhism. I'm open to all religions in general. So for me, this represents a very peaceful existence and always being grateful. There's swimming. There's an actual trail that you can walk around on the property as well. And then we want to have personalized support and services for people. So if this is something that sounds interesting, please feel free to either contact us, or you can join a presentation, which I believe we're having one this week. And during the presentation, I'll do like a slideshow I believe that there will be a questionnaire. I'm saying I believe because I have someone else working on that part of it. We're going to have like a questionnaire where we want to just kind of understand the demographic that is interested, because it's not for everyone. And no, it's not for just like random tours and all the things that I get requests for here at Casa Elm. But if you would like to subscribe, please do so on this page, and you can also join our Facebook page. And this YouTube is going to link back to my current channel because I don't really know if I'm going to have a whole separate channel or thing for it. So you can explore the website, and there you can see what else is happening. Okay, let's see. Hold on, guys. Okay, I am just trying to get back to where I was. So hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. All right, sorry. All right, thank you. Let's see, welcome Kim. Kim with Gems. Hey, Angel. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much. Congratulations. You really curate such a fine. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, Diane. Yes, 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 yes. So if you have any questions, I don't really know that this is going to be super long, but if you're on the Casa Elm newsletter updates, the blast that we send out every single week, you'll see more about it, and you'll hear a little bit more in depth about my personal story and all the things behind what I wanted to do, what I want to do. And if you are really interested and you join the Hacienda subscription page, Hacienda Elm subscription page, there you will get more information about it. We are doing kind of a invitation only to some people that are already here. I really kept this project super close to me. This time around, I know with Casa, I was kind of like, because I was just on the scene, and I was kind of like, all right, today, we remodeled and we did this and we're doing the bathroom and we went shopping for mattresses and all the things. Whereas with this, it was a different vibe. And like I said, I like to follow my intuition. I really wanted to keep it close to me. And there are places in San Miguel that provide a very similar type service. There's actually a home directly behind Casa Elm that's been providing, it's called Sophia's Geriatric Center, but it's a home. And I think it's special because I can kind of see sometimes, the people in their like bedroom or in their little window or their group every now and then. You'll see someone, walking around in the scrubs and stuff like that. And I know that it's a more intimate experience than maybe someone being in a nursing home or in a senior apartment building where you're still living alone. And unless someone comes and checks on you, let's say you're physically not always or let's say it's not so easy for you to just come out of your place and wander around or whatever. Sometimes you can get stuck. And I think that it's really one of those scenarios where for me, when I see that, it really feels super heavy on my heart. And because, as I said, I see my mom aging, my dad aged and passed. I see my aunts aging. I have two aunts, and actually one, she kind of set herself up. She's in a senior building, but they have a lot of activities and a lot of things. And so basically, this was, the concept that I had when I went there last April, and it was just on me. And I just kept saying to the lady who works with me, I kept saying, man, it'd be so nice if there was just a really nice home out in the country where it was peaceful, quiet. You wake up every day, you can see the mountains, you can hear birds, and just be in a very, tranquil, loving setting as we age. And we both got excited, and we were like looking around, driving to all these like more like a Puebla experience or setup. And nothing came of it initially. And lo and behold, in I think September, October was when this space came up. It just popped up on my one of my social media platforms, and I almost scrolled past it, and I just clicked on it. So it was meant to be. Okay, and I'm not just saying this lightly. Like, I really believe, like, this whole journey, I wasn't even in a position when I started exploring this. I just sent a message like, hey, is this still available? Can I come and look at it? Next day, I'm like looking at this place. I go in and I'm just like, this is so beautiful. And it was kind of all the things that I said. I wanted it to be one level where people can move around. They don't have to climb steps. There are no steps. It's just all one level. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's not too far away from Central in general. It was all the things, and I had to listen to this. I really believe in listening to what's in front of you and what's in your spirit and your heart and saying it out loud. I hope that doesn't sound willy-nilly, because honestly, this is how like I feel it in my bones. And so I stepped into this even with all the things I already had going on, not just with CASA, but just in my personal life. I was like, oh, I'm traveling. I don't know if I can do this, and all the things. And everything just kind of fell into place, and I came back and I started really working on it the beginning of February. So this has been over 6 months in the making. And all the little fine touches you see, I want to say thank you so much to my very, very small, very, very tight circle of friends who love decorating as much as I do, that came out and helped stage some of the areas with just, help me put all the things that I had into place. Thank you so much to that small, small circle. Thank you so much to Sandra and Jeanette for their dedication. They do amazing. They do absolutely incredible work for me. I am so grateful. They're local ladies, if you haven't heard already. And like, that yard that you see was not there. I mean, it just wasn't there. It was like a cement pit for the pool and dirt around, and that's it. And we utilized all the rocks that were on the property. We've been working on this for over 6 months. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been in the small, small circle, because I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, I didn't know about. Okay, I love all of you, but sometimes, we gotta move in silence and do what we gotta do, and talk about it after. And just since then, the people that have come on board and, helping and wanting to help, I really just want to say thank you all so much. So thank you. Yes, Sandra is the best. Like, and I tell you, they're like wheelbarrow. I'm like, you don't have to do that. They're like, no, we love being outside. They love gardening. So we created, the areas that are around the pool, because it was just all dirt, and fortunately there were like these boulder-sized rocks, medium-sized rocks, smaller rocks, and then tiny rocks that were in piles like all over the place. And we were able to utilize that and really create kind of almost like what you would see in Arizona, because at the time it was super, super hot, even though it's raining now. Really create this like beautiful kind of rock garden area. It's really lovely. There are, I don't know, dozens of fruit trees. So each room kind of has a nice view of something. And it's just a beautiful place. So I'm gonna say thank you first to the universe, to God, Jah, in my case, Rastafari. For those who don't know, I'm Jamaican. I'm really, really grateful, and I'm honestly like pouring more heart and soul into anyone who needs this space. Like, we are going to love on you We're going to love on you. We're going to love on you. We're going to love on you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, I mean it. Okay. So thank you, Scott. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. And thank you for coming through to Casa Elm and supporting us, all of you who've been here. So I want to say welcome to Kim, Angel, if I didn't already, Coach Donna, Marie, thank you. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat because that's all I have to say. You can visit the website. And, if you have any questions about anything or if there's anything that you want to know more about, please join our presentations, which will take place on the dates that are listed. I think we're doing one per week for the month of June, except on the 21st. I think that was it. That's the only one, because on the 21st is when we're going to have the private event in person. So any questions? Any questions while I drink a little wine? I usually am doing water nowadays, but wine with fruits. Look at that, blueberries and some raspberries. I know there's a delay. And I'll have some water too. Thank you, Yvonne. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. We are actually working on how we're going to be staffing, but we'll have someone who's cooking. We will have probably two individuals that will be there to kind of, maintain the site. We have a gardener, and I'm going to probably have a 24/7, I won't say a nurse, but maybe someone who has that training, very close to that, or a nurse if we have residents who need that. So it kind of will depend on who comes in, and we will then decide how we staff that aspect of the business. One thing I will say is that we are having conversations, already have, with healthcare providers and also some local doctors who are involved in other facilities that are somewhat similar. You don't see the hi Q Barbie, refreshing words with Danielle, but hey, how are you? Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. CasaELM.com. Okay, so I have the October meetup, and if you're talking about the Day of the Dead, you need to go to, thank you, Morgan. If you're talking about Day of the Dead, you need to go to, what is it? I just dropped that earlier. I'll put it again. Oh, let me share this one first, and then I'll get back to your questions. Just give me a second, ladies. Okay. All sorts of things are popping up here. Close. Okay, so my October meetup is October 16th, if that's the one you're referring to. I will put that in the chat. And if you're referring to the Dia de los Muertos, that's actually going to be on Anne-Marie's website, and this is the link for that, okay? And let me answer questions. Also, please like my video if you are here and or watching it on the replay, okay? Let's see. Thank you so much, Khadijah. Thanks, Morgan. Angel, yes, it is wheelchair accessible. The entire everything. As I said, there are no stairs. Um, the way it's literally set up as the homepage, so it's a hacienda. So you enter, hi Kim, you enter, and there's plenty of like room for that. The living room, all the living room doors going into the dining room are double doors, and the doors to each of the suites are also pretty wide, and it's one level, so there's no climbing. And then to get outside to the back as well, where there's like a covered area with lounge chairs for the pool in the future. So if anyone wants to, jump in and donate to my project, feel free, reach out. I'm intending to build a kind of like a health center on right behind where the Buddha is. There's like a big open space right there. So that's just not something I could do right now. So it's really, really set up for comfort and ease to move around. Even the rooms have a lot of room and space in them, so you're not, like this. It can definitely fit a wheelchair, and we'll probably have one wheelchair on the premise. We're planning on having the things that I listed in the service, and there's actually a mini theater in there, so that's why it has movie nights. I forgot about that. So we'll have a lot of activities to keep people busy as well. So those are the intentions. Our room's rented to extended 6 months, one guest only. Yes, it's extended. It's going to be on a contract. We're looking for residents, not pop-ins. But we are initially open to maybe doing like a 6 month if people want to kind of try it to make sure it's a good fit for them, and also for us as well. As I said, as with CASA, I have a plan, but I don't want it to sound like, like everything is like set in stone. I think that we're all in life to learn and to pivot and tweak as we move forward, setting it up with all the right intentions. And then if we need to really, pivot a little bit, we will. But the intention is that for those who want to be in community, because that's key, being in a space where we can really age without being alone, I think that this is going to be the key to the space, right? Because that's what Casa Elm is, that's what it taught me. So I'm moving it over, and even though the dynamic will be the demographic will be a little different, and it's going to be more of like a longer term relationship, is that we are trying to create a boutique environment, a community environment where, you have help, you have people that you can, if you want, if you're not someone who wants to be around folks, maybe it's not for you, or it is, because I know a lot of us are introverts. I'm an introvert, but I know that I like the idea of being able to escape into a space, and I can be a part or not. So yes, I hope that answers your question. Angel, could someone rent short term, or is it strictly living? Strictly living, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and I'm not sure if I fully understand your question. I don't know if you're looking at it as a short term, as in, I just want to be there for 3 months because I'm looking for somewhere else to live. Not sure. So you can contact me, Angel, because you have my contact info. Travel and Light, thank you so much. Welcome. So yes, we're really looking for people who want to be there a minimum of 6 months to more. We won't say just 12 months. There will be a contract. It's quite different from CASA, where you book your space or event or experience, and then there's an end date. We're really looking to have it be where we fill the space with people who really want to be there, and we're able to understand what their needs are from a health standpoint, as well, what their nutrition needs are, what kind of activities, will work as a whole. So that's kind of really what we're looking for. So yes, it is considered active, like mature, supported living, but we're hoping we can have people who are still very mobile in general, active. We're not necessarily looking for people who can't move at all, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I just think because of the type of space it is, there's a lot that you can do there physically. As I said, there's a trail. It takes a bit to walk around because the property is very big. So it takes a little bit to walk around that. There's swimming. You can do other exercises as well. We want to have classes and activities, and we also want to maybe once a quarter do kind of like a group thing somewhere, maybe take a weekend trip to some other part of Mexico, and for those who are interested. So that's kind of what we're working on, all those details. Any other questions while I sip on my wine? Okay. So again, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. I know there's a little bit of a lag here with YouTube, but I appreciate everyone who has been front and center. It's official, y'all. I think I'm in Mexico forever. I'm in Mexico forever, but I'm grateful, as I said, and yeah, I'm excited about it. It's in San Miguel. It's in San Miguel. It's 10 minutes from San Miguel. 10 minutes from the immigration office. You're sipping on, okay, yay. Yes, I'm usually sipping on water, but I'm actually sipping on some wine with some fruits inside. So let me know if you have any other questions before I wrap this up. I appreciate you guys for coming out. Please spread the word. Feel free to join the subscribe over there. You will get a few things if you're at Casa Elm, but I don't want to bombard people who are on Casa Elm for Casa Elm things with Hacienda Elm things. So, I will talk about it. I'll have some links and things. I'll probably have a link from my website that goes over there just to kind of keep reinforcing that there's another location and a brand on that side. But that's where we are, and I'm very grateful. It's June 4th, 2025, documented here on YouTube. It's official. I've been holding on to it so long, it almost feels like the whole world already knew, but that's not true. Thank you, Khadijah. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, and for me, eventually, I told someone it was a bit self-serving. Yes. Hey, Vaughn, come on over. Come on over. We'd love to take care of anyone who's already been at Casa. It's really lovely. It really is lovely. I hope that you can get that vibe from the website. And we will have some like short reels and videos and stuff. There's so much to do, trying to keep up, and it's just a lot going on. Luckily, I feel like I really do have a good support system and like locking things in and putting a lot of things in place as well. So there's that. All right, have a wonderful evening. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and again, hit that like button if you haven't already. I appreciate you. And thank you. Thank you all for supporting Casa. And if you need Hacienda Elm or someone you know needs it, please make sure you share it with them. All right. Have a fantastic evening.